Kaya, sixth place finish for you individually today, and you guys are able to take home the team title. Just talk about how you feel after the race.
Feel really good. We all worked really hard as a team, and we ran in a pack, so that made me feel really good. And I just felt God with us all. So
talk about that team title. That had to be a goal coming in. You guys and Glenwood have kind of gone back and forth a lot of meets this year, but you're able to best them by just 1 point.
Yeah, we've been trying really hard all season, working really hard in our practices, and I'm just really glad that we have each other to push each other. And it was really exciting to hear that happened, but also we know they did really well too. So.
You mentioned running a pack. I think you guys finished 6th, 8th, 11th, 12th, and 14th. What's it like pushing each other, not just here, but in other meets and in practices as well?
It's really fun to have everyone and push each other like that. I know that every race that someone else goes in front, Coach always says that pushes us to want to go beat them, and it just takes places so we can always do well as a team.
You guys will be back here 1 week from today for state qualifying meets. So what do you and your team take away from this meet to maybe help you next week?
I think we all want to push ourselves harder and just go to reach greater heights. So.
Brielle, third place finish here today. Just talk about how you're feeling after a race like that.
Overall, I felt pretty good. I felt like this is one of my strongest races of the year. So, yep, it was a good race.
You said before that you've never really ran this course. So how challenging was it adapting to it early on?
Yeah, I'm a senior and I have yet to run this course. So walking the course before, yeah, it just I didn't know what it was before. So it was good to walk it before just to know I don't know.
What was the most challenging part about this course?
It was a lot of back and forth stuff, a lot of hills. So, yeah.
You and your sister Braylon, you guys finished 3-4. You just able to finish right ahead of her. Do you guys maybe push each other a little bit harder?
Yeah, we've been going back and forth a lot this year, so I usually start off faster, and I usually die during the middle, so sometimes she catches me at the end. So my goal today was to push harder in the middle, and so I'd have a little kick at the end to beat her.
This gives you bragging rights for the rest of the week, right?
Yeah. It's fun. It's fun sisterly competition, though, so it pushes both of us to do better.
Just kind of talk about coming back here next week. You mentioned you never ran this course before, but now with one race under your belt, what are you going to take away from tonight into the state qualifying meet next week?
Since I've ran this course before, I know what to expect. I know all the hills. So I'm just going to work on, I struggled a little bit on the hills, on some of the downhills, so I'm just going to push through them next week. Stay up with the top runners again. So, yeah.
Glenwood's Jeanette Schraft is your girls Hawkeye 10 cross-country conference champion, and Jeanette, an impressive race, victory by over 33 seconds, and you get a personal record on this course. Just kind of tell me about this race.
So, going into this race, my personal goal was I wanted to run a sub-18, given the fact that, I've gotten pretty comfortable on this course, and I just wanted to take advantage of the fact that the conference meet was moved to our home course today. So, I was kind of excited for it. But I didn't get the time that I wanted. I think I went out a little too hard. I was a little too excited about the race. So I'm definitely looking forward to next Thursday when we get to run it for districts. Yeah.
You told me just moments ago that this used to be one of your least favorite courses, but you've gotten more comfortable with it.
Yeah.
What's changed?
I think just getting used to running on it and training on it makes the course seem a lot shorter. Once you're used to it, it's like running a route every day. The first time you run, you're like, when's it going to end? And then after you get used to it, it's like second nature. You just know when to go and when to hold back.
What's the most challenging part about this course?
I would say the most challenging part is not the hill itself. That's about a half mile after the first mile mark, the halfway point. But maybe 200 meters after that hill, when the effects of it really start to wear and tear. That gets really difficult, and it really messes you up mentally, and you're like, I'm only halfway done, but the whole entire second half of that course is just downhill. So I just got to keep it in my head that if I just keep trucking along through the pain after that hill, then I'll be all right.
It's no secret the Hawkeye 10 is a really tough conference full of a lot of good runners. It's got to feel pretty good to get that first conference title.
Yeah, my first 2 years of cross country that we didn't have a conference meet, so being able to run against some of the top runners and all of the runners in the Hawkeye 10 and being able to come out and do well is really rewarding. So.
You mentioned you guys will host a state qualifier next week. You got to be just gleaming with confidence going into that one, right?
Oh yeah, when the girls found out about that, we were all so ecstatic about it. Like the whole team was just beaming. It was great. We're all super excited about it. So.
Congratulations.
Thank you.